Everyone, it's Kip here. Today I want to talk about hashing. So hashing is a technique that's used to convert a piece of data into a fixed size output called a hash. Hashing is a one-way cipher which in theory can't be reversed. I am going to make a future video on how we can find the input using things like rainbow tables and Google, but I'm going to save that for a future video. Basically, if we take a prime number and divide it by some large integer, we're going to get a whole number with a huge remainder. Now, if we take the whole number, everything in front of that decimal place, and throw it away, and if I just hand you that remainder and ask the question, which two numbers were used to generate this remainder, it's almost impossible to reverse that technique. Basically, that's what hashing is. There's many different types of hashing, ranging from MD5, SHA-1, SHA-2, SHA-3, each offering more security by increasing the bit length. For example, MD5 will return 32 hexadecimal characters, where SHA-256, which is part of the SHA-2 family, will return 64 hexadecimal characters. Hashing is commonly used for security purposes, such as storing a password in a database. We would rather store the hash in the database than the plain text password, just in case that database ever gets compromised. We wouldn't want hackers to be able to see the plain text password. Now, the problem is people still have bad passwords, which can be cracked. I'm going to do in a future video. So what we can do is we can add salt to the hash to add more complexity. Hashing can also be used for a file checksum. Basically, the input data gets changed, like our file for some reason gets modified, even in the slightest way, it's going to return a different hash, which would be a different checksum, which would allow us to detect any changes made to that file. It could be a file was tampered, modified, or just downloaded improperly. So anyways, hopefully you enjoy this video. If you enjoy this kind of content, give me a follow. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below.